Today's trip finds us at Hurricane Landing. It's in Baldwin County, Alabama. It's my first trip here. If you've never been, just be sure to bring $5 because that launch is $5. It's pretty close to the river. The water's a little bit muddy. We have a local kayak bass tournament from Mobtown coming up in a few weeks. So I'm just doing a little pre-fishing, scouting. Going to be covering a little water today. Starting out with that Megabass Jamaica Boa Buzzbait. It's in the black color. Just throwing it around these trees. Any bushes I see, just trying to get some topwater activity going. I've been using this buzzbait my last few trips and doing pretty good with it, so let's see how it does here. It's our first one on the buzzbait too, a pretty good fish, and it's right off the rip. We haven't been fishing very long at all. Alright. Alright, we just got our first fish here at Hurricane Landing on the buzzbait. 16.25 inches. Excellent way to start the morning, so it's always a good idea to go back right where you caught your last fish and cast all around that area good, because there's usually a reason why those fish are there. And oftentimes there's another one hanging out right where the first one was. See if there wasn't another one hanging around. Got a bird over there in that tree. Another one. What do you know? There was indeed another one, and it feels like a pretty good one. It looks like a pretty good one too. Shoot. Alright, give this guy a release, get him back in the water, and get back to fishing. Currently heading north, still throwing that Megabass buzzbait, just throwing it around any limbs, logs, pads, anything like that. And I'm going to get into another fish up here around a downed tree in the water. Yep, so I'm just trying to get a little more practice with that buzzbait. It's not something I use often, but I'm trying to get more in the habit of using it in muddy water. It lets you cover a lot more water than the popper that I like to use. So if I'm going to be moving a lot, I could get in the habit of throwing that buzzbait. I think it would help me out tremendously. You can see that guy was hanging around that log there. He come out and smacked that buzzbait. Nice little fish. If it was a tournament, he would measure. Not bad at all. Healthy little river fish. Back in the water with this little guy, and then we're going to head up the creek some more. I'm headed way up this creek, and I'm in a little offshoot of it, kind of like a little finger, and I'm going to throw that Shimano Armajoint up through here. And I only throw that Armajoint for about 10 to 15 minutes because my leader, my FG knot, started coming undone, and I didn't want to chance throwing that Armajoint off my lure off my rod into the bushes. So after this little fish right here, I'm going to retire it for the day. And I believe this fish will be over 12 inches too, right here. But he shook off. I thought he was a pickerel, and I tried to reel him in too fast. I should have kept that fish and rod tip low and kept that fish low, and I think I could have got him in, but that was my bad. And I'm switching over to that Zman EZ Tubez Peter Johnson rig. It's going to be skipping around the bushes, playing with that some. And way back here, you can see that there's an old houseboat. It's kind of bumping into the trees and scratching everything up way back there. It looks to be abandoned. It's kind of cool looking. Ooh, and that guy thumped it right as I was swimming it out. And that is a healthy fish, and he's going ballistic. Alright, 16.5-inch bass. Something got a hold of that fella's tail. So, get the picture, get the release, and get him back in the water. And away he goes. Still using that EZ Tube. Had something thump me on a previous cast, and I went down to set the hook and nothing was there, so I'm going to make that same cast again, see if I can figure out what it is. Just going to let it sink a little bit and then start swimming it out, and thump. Got him. What is it? Is this a bass? Oh my goodness, it is not a bass, it is just an old garfish. And I'm going to give him a second. Hopefully this guy will flip-flop off of here. He is not flip-flopping off there. He looks to be hooked okay. I'm going to try to net him, even though I don't want to. And miracles do happen. He come right off. I'm so thankful of that. Okay, easing back towards the launch. You can see that water's getting a little bit more muddy again. So as you get closer to the river, it gets muddier. You get further away from the river, it gets more clear. Skipping that Peter Johnson tube as far back as I can, just jigging it a few times and slow reeling it. And we're going to get thumped in just a second. Oh, this guy feels like he might be some kind of world record. Never mind. But I am happy to catch him. Okay, I think that's going to wrap up this trip. It's a little after 12 now, I believe. And it is getting hot. It already is hot. It was hot when we started, and it's even hotter now. So this is just a shot of me drifting back towards Hurricane Landing. Pretty cool place. I wouldn't mind coming here again. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. Just remember, bring that $5 bill if you come check it out. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. See you on the next one.